What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another Ever Crisis video. All right, guys, got a few things I want to talk about. This is the time to discuss it. So I'm not going to do any spoilers. I promise you guys. Again, no spoilers. This is going to be just me giving my thoughts on two things. Number one, the Rebirth trailer, the Rebirth demo. So I completed it. If you haven't checked it out and you're curious about it, live stream was done 2 days ago, maybe even yesterday. I think it was yesterday, probably yesterday. I got my days all messed up. And I can tell you guys now, without any spoilers, it is incredible. Incredible. It's just reaffirmed to me how much I've been waiting for this and how excited I am. And it's given me the thrill of Rebirth coming out soon. I had goosebumps almost the whole time I played it. Nostalgia kicked in numerous times. And man, oh man, did they ever deliver with that demo. So the 29th cannot come soon enough for me personally, because I'm going to be streaming this on YouTube. Whether it gets viewers or not is irrelevant to me. I just want to, record my journey with this game, give my reactions, play throughout. I'm going to try to do maybe 2-3 hours a night if I can, or a day, whatever time fits. And for those who haven't tried it and you're waiting to play the game, I promise you guys, you will not be disappointed. If you liked Remake, Rebirth is a step above. So that brings us to this game, Ever Crisis. Now, Ever Crisis is smart. I'm going to give you guys a couple reasons why. Number one, they are doing a crossover with each other. What happens when Ever Crisis and Remake have a baby? It's a rebirth. So, Final Fantasy Rebirth Crisis has been announced already. We know it's coming out on the 15th, which I think is, number one, villainous of them for me personally, because I'm out of town and on vacation till the 18th, so I'm going to miss out on the first few days. But also genius of them because it doesn't take away from the spark and thunder that Rebirth is. And number two, it won't make people ignore this game right away, right? And what I mean by that is you're going to hype up the players for EC to get ready for Rebirth, and people from Rebirth who are like need a break and go on their phone can come back and revisit the Rebirth collaboration or crossover, they're calling it, in this game. So again, without ruining anything, most of you guys know how the demo pans out, right? We have this little picture here with Sephiroth and Cloud. So we have no data mining yet. I'm going off strictly my thought process and how I would present this as a dev, because I would consider this to be one of the biggest moments of Final Fantasy Ever Crisis to have come out, period, since the inception of the game in September, right? Reason why is, of course, the biggest title of this year for Final Fantasy is coming out, and you guys are doing a crossover event with it. You guys can see here we have Cloud and Sephiroth, and then we have obviously the Mako monster here from Mount Nebel, Venom tongue and all. Women must love this guy. So here's my thought behind this. Okay, no data mining at all. Everybody wants an adult Sephiroth. The question we asked ourselves from day one when young Sephiroth came out, will young Sephiroth ever have an adult costume? I still don't think they're going to do a costume for adult Sephiroth, for young Sephiroth. And if they do, it's super smart. Because number one, those people who did not spend are now going to spend. Because everybody wants this version of Sephiroth. Doesn't matter if you're an OG player, if you're a brand new player, if you've never played Final Fantasy in your life. When you hear the name Sephiroth, this is the Sephiroth you think about, not the young Sephiroth that we have in Ever Crisis, right? I think that's fair to say. Number two, Cloud. This costume already exists. This Buster Sword already exists. The only thing I can think of, and hear me out, is if Cloud gets a costume, we may get the Cloud with the artillery costume on. Right, with the gun and the Shinra helmet and everything. I actually wouldn't mind that. That'd be kind of cool for me personally to see Cloud in that outfit. So I'm thinking we may see Cloud wearing that outfit instead, because he already currently has this costume. And again, the Buster Sword exists. Unless they plan to do a secondary version of a Buster Sword with a different skill set completely, right? I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to continue on the same trajectory with Buster Sword, unless they introduce Angeal or Zack with a Buster Sword. Then we'll probably see a different version of this weapon. But for now, I think with Cloud, it is going to stay the way it is. So the artillery Cloud, I think, is something we can see now, because we also know, though, it's Mount Nibel and Nibelheim, that Tifa will play a role in this one way or another, right? We know that she has a specific costume in the storyline when she is introduced to Cloud and Sephiroth as their guide. Like, that's as far as I'm going to go with that. If you guys have seen, I don't want to spoil it again. If you've never played the game, you may not know. But she has a specific costume that is very classic to her as a character. So we may see that version of Tifa. Or here's the other thing I was thinking of, right? The hell's Tifa's master's name? Starts with a V or a Z. Forgot his name. Always forget his name. We may see her in that outfit. That'd be kind of cool too, because he kind of does play a role. That she does have a master who taught her the martial arts skill, right? So I'm thinking that could also be a possibility that we may see. So those are the three characters I think for sure we're going to see shine. Sephiroth, of course, has all the limelight on him because of the possibility of getting an adult Sephiroth costume. I'm going to eat my words if that happens, because somebody who worked for Evercrisis told me they worked with a model of adult Sephiroth, but they weren't sure if it was... They thought it was adult Sephiroth as a playable character. It could have been the Crash Course Sephiroth that they were talking about. So I didn't think a costume would come out, so I'll publicly come out and be like, yeah, I made a mistake, which is fine. I'm okay with that. The other thing to note about this is the fact that it is, in fact, crossover limited weapons and gear. So what that means is it's Final Fantasy IX rules all over again. In other words, you cannot put these into the wish list after they disappear. They can only be purchasable through the limited event as well as the costumes. So I'm broke. I'm broke, guys. I'm very broke. But I will not, and I thought long and hard about this, very long and hard about this. Would I want to spend on this banner? And I told myself when I first played this game that I would do anything to get adult Sephiroth. Here's what I'm going to be honest with you guys about this. My mentality on that has changed quite a bit. I'm going to go with whatever I get, whatever I have. If I get lucky, I get lucky. If I don't, I don't. And if I get the weapons along the way, great. If I don't get the weapons along the way, cool. Not the end of the world. Because quite honestly, the amount of money to spend to get these weapons up would already buy me a PS5 and a Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth copy. I have a PS5 here. I'm getting Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. So if I really want to play with these characters on any form of versions of them at least, I could do that on my console when the game comes out on the 29th. So for me personally, I'm not going to be spending or breaking my free-to-play, as much as it pains me to know that I'm about to probably miss out on the most important banner of 2024, in my opinion, at least for now, right? For a little while, because crossover events are huge. I'm okay with that. I'm okay to live with it. And I'm doing this because I want you guys to also remember something. These weapons, these costumes will eventually disappear, and your money will go with them. And right now in my state of life, I value money towards my kids, towards my vacation, towards my health, towards my sanity, towards my wife, towards her unhealthy purchasing of handbags, and just putting a smile on my family's face with the money rather than putting a temporary smile on my face with a game. I will still summon, still going to do my best to. Doesn't matter how long it takes. I'll do what I can to at least get a copy of a weapon and hopefully a costume. But I will not be breaking my free-to-play. A lot of people have been asking me, am I going to do it? I had to really think about this one before I put it out. So there you guys have it. Those are my thoughts on this. I'm very excited for this event. Super excited. Unfortunately, the excitement is a little bit destroyed for me because I'm gone for 3 days when this drops. And it's killing me a little bit inside to know I won't be able to cover this day one. Especially the biggest probably coverage you can have for Evercrisis probably ever for this game. Outside of having like a Final Fantasy X collab or something. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this. You guys going all in? Are any of you breaking your free-to-play? For me personally, I'm not. But I'm a little nervous to know what I'm going to be missing when I come back and what I'm going to get myself into when I'm back on the 18th. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious about this. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.